We have the beautiful, beautiful Queen Briella in the studio. You know, if you guys don't know her, she's from Jerseylicious, from Glam Fairy. I'm all like,
there's
glam. There's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
And she's also promoting a play that she's doing called Grimm Women. And the concept seems, just the role you're playing, just from what I know from talking to you for the past hour, it seems like it's right up your alley.
It really is.
How'd you get involved with this?
Last year around February, I did a play called Vagina Monologues, and for those of you who don't know what that is, any woman can do it. You don't have to be an actress or an actor to do it. It's a series of monologues. Some are funny, some are, really entertaining, interesting, heartfelt, cry or laugh, whatever. But the real, what it's about is it's fighting against domestic violence, and it was a really good cause, and I really wanted to do it. So I did Vagina Monologues last year around February for Brandon, and
now when you say you did Vagina Monologues, what do they have, like a stage set up? You have an audience there, and you're going up.
Yeah, it was an actual play that people could go to, and I did it with Jessica, who's on the show with me, who's on Glam Fairy with me. We're kind of like two peas in a pod, me and Jessica.
Now, is she a hair fairy or
Jessica's a makeup fairy, and me and her both did it together, and it was a lot of fun. It was I did a whole monologue on the clitoris. So that everyone makes fun of me. They're like, "Isn't it clitoris?" I'm like, "I call it clitoris." Yeah. Anyway, this isn't about that. Basically, you did this Vagina Monologues, and it opened up a door because you were telling me the director from that also wrote this play called Grimm Women. Yes, and Brandon, he's absolutely incredible. He's a Gemini like me, so me and him really connect. And he kind of presented the idea of me playing in his play a couple months ago, and he was just like, listen, it's called Grimm Women, and it's kind of like the modern day version of all of like the Grimm brothers fairy tales. Okay. And it's definitely R-rated. It's not for little kids at all. And all of the characters, it's kind of what happens like happily ever after, what happens after that. And it's cool. He completely wrote this part for me. I play Red. She's the modern day version of Little Red Riding Hood, and he basically wrote the entire part for me. So I couldn't say no. And she's really cool. So what is Little Red Hot? What makes her modern day? Well, Red, she's a stoner, and she loves Bob Marley, and she's cool. She's kind of a mixture between a mixture of being extremely hyper with relaxed the same way, which I can definitely connect with. She deals with a lot of trials and tribulations. She gets basically the story behind Red and Grimm Women is, she's chilling in her room, and she's listening to Bob Marley. She's smoking a little bit, puffing the Magic Dragon. Puffing the Magic Dragon. That's a great to a little movie. Marley on her radio. And then all of a sudden, like, the lights go out, and her mom is like, you need to go see your grandmother, and Red's grandmother lives in the woods, and she's like, listen, like, you got bring your grandmother some wine and some baked goods, and go see her because there's a power outage. So Red, basically, there's like a line in it that goes, the only thing that I like, well, there's a line that's like that goes in the monologue. Of course, I had to go check up on her. Because there's nothing I like more than being high out in nature, and she loves that. So she's chilling. She's walking in the woods. She gets major munchies. She eats like half of the food that she was supposed to bring her grandmother, and then she basically almost ate all of it. And then she sees this crazy guy, and she sees this guy in the woods, and he scares the living crap out of her. And they're both screaming. And then once they finally calm down, figure out what was going on, he's like. He's a super creepy dude, and he's just like, there's a power outage all over town. A little girl like you shouldn't be walking around the woods alone. And she's just like, dude, like, I'm fine, like, relax, like, I'm just going to see my grandmother. So she's like, whatever. So she's walking, and then all of a sudden it hits her that, you know, basically the only thing that Red likes more than being high out in nature is watching crime shows when she's high.
Oh God, this is a really modern day fairy tale.
Drastic, like.
I know. So because it makes her feel like she's Harriet the Spy. So she kind of realizes that this dude in the woods was on America's Most Wanted, and he's one of those furries that you hear about on Strange Sex, and he basically dresses up in wolf's costumes, and he kills grandmothers and their granddaughters, and he eats their flesh.
So how do you find time to do the show, taping for the show, doing this play? Like, what kind of practice involves for this play, the rehearsals? Is it real demanding?
You know, Brandon's been really chill, and he's been coming to my house, and I'm kind of a hermit, so he comes to me, and we do a lot of, like, you know, one-on-one practicing, which is cool because
that sounds fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun because it's like I respect him so much, and he teaches me so much, and you know, he's a pleasure to be around, and I know he feels the same way about me. We're close friends, and you know, it's nice having that direct contact with someone that you respect so much, because he helps me a lot. He does.
So when is this play gonna start? When are you guys gonna start performances?
It's premiering. Well, not really technically. I don't know if the word's premiering. If I'm talking in TV terms.
Yeah, I don't know.
Debuting.
Yeah, maybe
It'll be your first appearance.
The first opening night. There we go.
Opening
Now
night.
I'm talking like a theater
The big
chick, right? There we go. Opening night is December 12th, 13th. It's opening night is 12/12/12.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where is this gonna be
Pretty
at? What
cool.
theater are we gonna see you
The
at?
Krain. Let me see it actually.
There we go.
Krain Theatre
Manhattan, in the city.
it's in the East Village, and
Oh, you should get a lot of draw in the Village for something like that.
yeah, it's cool. It's definitely an extremely artsy area,
I was just gonna say that.
which is
Definitely.
really cool, and it's like fun.
It's a very creative area.
Yes.
So now you
that.
started doing this. You definitely want to get into more plays. You think it's gonna open some doors for that?
You know, I hope so. I think that I like the whole, I kind of have the acting bug, you know, and I definitely don't think I get the recognition, like I was telling you before, I don't get the recognition I deserve, because it's like I've been playing Briella since I was 19.
On your docu-soap?
Yeah, it's like I'm good at that, and I'm slowly, you know, now I'm playing Red, who's very similar to me. She's not me, but she's very similar. So it's kind of, I'm like easing my way into playing other characters other than myself, and I like it. It's cool, and I hope that people come and watch me and realize that, you know, I'm not just your typical, stereotypical dumb blonde with big boobs that just wants to, like, that's just like a ditz and has nothing to say. Like, I'm interesting, and I do have a talent, and come watch me. GrimmWomen.brownpapertickets.com. You can get tickets.
Okay.
So it's GrimmWomen.brownpapertickets.com.
Okay.
And you know, Grimm Women has a Facebook. It has a Twitter. It's, you know, it's all over my fan page, on my Twitter.